Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setup for today. So the mixed signals continue on the DAX, and we just have a look at what's going on. We've had an area here where buyers stepped in, bounced off the moving averages back, and now it does look like we're forming some form of a double bottom. But looking at this on the daily, so I just want to get the levels, and the problem is these levels are not going to be exact because there's so much to the left and right of it. So that could be a start of a double bottom, but obviously we're going to need to break above 15,764 for that to materialize. I think at the moment that is the top and bottom of the current range for this year. And what you also need to understand is this area at the bottom where we're buying off is very, very strong. So a drop below that is going to be violent, and a rise above 15,764 and then breaking these highs is also going to start moving us into all-time high territory again. So at the moment we're range bound, and when we're range bound, I don't like trading. Looking at the 3 hour, the moving averages are in a bearish pattern. We've had a strong move down last week, and this week it's really just been going nowhere. So we've really been going nowhere at the moment, and we do have a little bit of resistance up here, and that's at 15,344. Look at the oscillators, it's indicating we've got another leg down, and it's also indicating that we have a potential bearish flag here. So strong move, bearish flag, move down. If this level here breaks at 15,062, this is going to be a pretty violent move to the downside. So a little bit concerned about jumping in on any direction with the DAX still. I think the Dow is starting to show signs of potential strength, so I'm just waiting for confirmation there before jumping in there. But for me at the moment, this is, for all intents and purposes, especially on the hour, is sideways. Yeah, granted it's sideways to up, but when the moving averages are like this, I definitely don't want to be long, and I don't want to be short based on the bigger picture, because we sort of just bounced off some resistance down here. So yeah, for me it is still sit on hands. Let's see what can transpire here at 15,344. But the way, you could see this two ways. First way is there's a flag, and the second way is that this was the double bottom here, and we're now forming sort of a rounding bottom for a break above 15,344. If we do get above that, then I would say we're pretty much targeting 15,764 again. But at the moment, I'm not convinced. So oscillators are not favoring me. This price action doesn't really lead me to believe that we have anything brewing. And if you look at the 15-minute, you'll see, here we had a fairly decent sort of bounce off the moving averages, got to a level which was resistance, and then bounced back below, and we're just above and below the moving averages. If we can hold above the moving average on the 15, then I'm all for it, looking for the longs. But if we start dropping below the moving averages again today, definitely just keep the money on in my pockets. It's going to be safer. There are a few gaps to the downside here as well on the 15-minute. 15-minute oscillator is also not conducive to longs. So yeah, a completely confused market still, in my opinion. And it could be a flag forming, it could be a rounding bottom forming. We need to wait for confirmation of one of those two patterns, or alternatively just flip a coin, because that's probably the best guess you're going to get. Anyway, that's kind of my confused outlook on the DAX. I think we're still in this bigger range, and we've got smaller ranges forming. But one thing's for sure, when we break big consolidation ranges like we have now, they are explosive. I've seen a couple which have gone on for 3-4 years to break, and when they did break, they were really explosive moves. So yeah, I think that's kind of what we need to wait for. You need to be patient, looking like a long-term play here on the DAX rather than a short-term play. Anyway, that's my view this morning. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.